welcome to Daybreak Africa from the Voice of America. I'm James Barty in Washington to this Monday, March 4th. And here are some of the stories we are covering. A spokesman for the self-proclaimed Republic of Abazonia is calling on the Cameroon government to immediately and unconditionally release leaders of the self-proclaimed Republic of Abazonia. The separatist leaders, including their president Julius Sisiko Ayuk Tabi, are facing terrorist charges before a Cameroon military tribunal after they were abducted by Nigeria and deported to Cameroon. The call for their release comes after a Nigerian federal judge said their abduction and deportation were illegal and unconstitutional. Chris Anu is Secretary of State for Communication of the Abazonian Separatist Movement. He says the leaders are patriots and nationalists and should be released unconditionally.
They were abducted to Cameroon illegally, as the court in Nigeria said. They were under legal and constitutional protection in Nigeria. When illegally transferred to Cameroon, they were charged with terrorism. The court in Nigeria has said they were legally in Nigeria. They did not commit any crime, and to prove that, the court has asked the Nigerian government to compensate them. So that now pits the Nigerian government against the Cameroon government that is charging them with terrorism. Our leaders have said they are not French Cameroonians. They are Abazonians. So we are wondering what case that the French Cameroon government has against them right now.
Of course, the government of Cameroon will say that the leaders that were arrested and your group are involved in an attempt to overthrow the government, the legitimate government, they say, or you are involved in terrorist activities against the government.
Well, that is far from being the truth because, number one, they cannot prove that. Number two, why would our leader, our president, who is a president of another country, be trying to overthrow the president of French Cameroon or the government of French Cameroon? We have no interest with who leads French Cameroon and what goes on with the government of French Cameroon.
At the time of their deportation, the United Nations High Commission for Refugees criticized that. What is it now that you want? The return of your leaders to Nigeria or compensation? Which one comes first?
I think both are very critical because they have suffered unmerited imprisonment for a year incommunicado. I think anyone who thinks that compensation is not important doesn't know what he or she is thinking. Both are very important. They need to regain their freedom. Of course, you cannot give them money in prison while they are in jail. They have first to regain their freedom and then receive that compensation. And we are hoping that the Cameroon government, with the ruling in Nigeria, will immediately and unconditionally release them so they can then go after what the court in Nigeria has given them as compensation.
The Nigerian court ruling comes at a very crucial time now because I think the next hearing of your leaders before the military tribunal is this Thursday, March 7th. What would you like to see happen?
Well, we have said again and again, and adding to the ruling in Nigeria, that French Cameroon has no jurisdiction at all to try them even for a second in any court in French Cameroon. We want their unconditional release. They are patriots, they are nationalists. They should be released unconditionally to the people of the southern Cameroon.
Chris, thank you very much again. Always nice to speak with you.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Chris Anu is Secretary of State for Communication of the Abazonian Separatist Movement of Cameroon. He was speaking with me from the U.S. city of Houston in Texas. Today is Monday, March 4th, and you're listening to Daybreak Africa on the Voice of America. I'm Jim.